brought in for all your visual appeal, the hastas, which we use very often, the flow of water, the waves in which this is pataka, as she's shown over here in the picture. But the moment I bring in a flow, I have to bring in the poetry in it. I can't show it like a geometrical wave. I will have to bring in the movement. And then the face also is looking at it and showing the joy. So it is a combination of Satvika Bhava. And like this, water denote drinking of the poison from the water with this particular arala. Then the trickling of the water droplets, then drinking of water, the offering of japa in the water. And this is Mayura for showing that the water is excessive. I cannot take it. I have to throw it out. And then when you're showing even an elephant playing with the water, so you have this particular hasta. And here there are double hand gestures also using both the hands. There Pushpakuta was also double hand. We have single hand gestures and double hand gestures. The creatures in the water, which is Matsya, Kurma, a regular practice of these hasta mudras definitely balances the doshas, the tridoshas of Vata, Kapha and Pitta in us and maintains the humor in us. The three humors, they say in Natya also, we have a Vidushaka, one who's a clown who brings in humor and brings in the balance. So the balance in us, if it is maintained with regular practice of hasta mudras, the health will be better, the ailments will be reduced. And this particular one in black and white that you see is in dance, it is called Trishula, but it is the Jala Mudra. It is specifically a mudra in which the tip of the little finger is supposed to come to the tip of the thumb and press over there. This balances that. So then we can make out if there is a problem of water, you may have a stomach upset, or you may have another issue of not being able to cleanse your Mooladhara. There are issues where you're continuously throwing up, or you are getting a cold, a running nose, or a cough. So there is so much of imbalance that when you look within, there are so many solutions. The problem is we keep running out for solutions. But our scriptures, our treatises, our shastras give us the knowledge where we can cleanse or heal ourselves. And these are very basic, very, very simple ones to be followed. Here I have put the Ganga Ashtakam. So you see there are couplets, 8 couplets, a great masterpiece by Adi Shankaracharya. And I'm looking for an opportunity to be able to perform this in the near future. Ganga, I've just taken some very touching verses from it, which I will recite is, let the pure waters of Ganga of heaven, originating from breaking the universe into two, watering the hairy curls of Lord Shiva, falling from the heights of heaven, coming out of the sandalwood trees, of the caves of Meru. They all have metaphysical significance, falling torrentially on the earth, washing away the sins and making full the waters of the sea. Take care of all of us. This goddess brought down by King Bhagirath was initially seen as the water of worship from the pot of Brahma, became the purest holy water, washing the feet of Vishnu. And then it became on Lord Shiva an ornamental gem. She is the daughter of sage Jahanu. Hey, Mother Jahnavi, she is the daughter of Jahanu, so she is Jahnavi. It is so easy for us to, when we so see the names, they see Gandhari, we know she's from Gandhar. There is, in our country, the benefit is when you connect the names, the original names, you'll be able to get how they were all divided as per the regions, and you can immediately picturize, yes, there is a mountain or there is a river and there's a lady who is belonging to that. So the mother Janavi at the end of my wandering says, Jagat Guru Adi Shankara, let me be devoted to Lord Shiva. My end, let it be in celebration of my soul's travel. At your banks, I know so many people run to Benares and say that let me have the last few moments at the river bank there. I will be meditating. Please, my two hands in prostrations over my head with happiness on the lotus feet. Let my devotion to Shiva and Vishnu be eternal, asks Adi Shankaracharya. I put a picture of Ganga Aarti. We were very fortunate to have Atmalaya to give a performance right in front of the Ganges in Rishikesh a few years ago. It was such a breathtaking experience, dancing while the Aarti was going on. So we know that the benefit of offering the lambs, doing our benediction to Lord, who is to pleasing the deities, whereby which the earth becomes more and more magnificent, whereby the problems of the Yuga, of Kali Yuga, especially as we see rampant, can be obliterated. We know that the meaning of offering this lambs is to send away disasters, welcome happiness, guide the souls of the departed, like in the Tarpanam, or remembering the ancestors and also the loved ones. I wanted to speak about music and water also. So the various instruments using water's popular one is Jalatarang, where you have different, the notes can be receding or they can be ascending based on how much water is kept in each pot, each cup. Then the ghatam is itself a water pot instrument, mostly used for percussion, all these water-based instruments. And from Natya Shastra, I wanted to say this, that the emergence, the creation of the instruments called the pushkaras, itself, the percussive instruments, was because of water. When Swati Muni went to a pond and he heard the rains and with the wind, the drop of water started falling. There was a large drop, there was a small drop. And the sound gave such melodious notes. How much in the din of the world we forget to observe that sound of water. It is so soothing. The meditation on that itself is more than enough. The sage was astonished to hear the beautiful beats, and then he instructed Vishwakarma to create an instrument that will produce the notes. The raga specifically with water, Megh Malhar, the famous Tansen, who created rains with Megh Malhar, Amrita Varshini. There have been so many instances where the great, the trinity of South Indian music have used Amrita Varshini, and there has been rain. To the Swadhisthana Chakra, the healing with raga therapy. It's said that Yaman in Hindustani and Chupapadurali in Carnatic have that power. Coming to Kavya, the arts covers Kavya, painting, music, dance. It is never disintegrated in our system. It is always integrated, and Natya Shastra is a manual for all these arts, and including Ayurveda. In Kavya, Kalidasa played with seasons often, and his romantic poem Meghaduta is another classic. Water in art, if you observe Ravi Verma's painting, is Lakshmi standing on stagnant water. Lakshmi is so-called goddess of wealth. Water is, there is no movement there, but he has put Saraswati on a rock, saying that that is the goddess for knowledge, and that stays forever. So the qualities of water also is observed in the painting. God Varuna, one of the Ashtadikpalakas, one of the Navasandhis. We do the ritualistic dance numbers called the Kavutvams, in the which were actually performed inside. All our dances were performed inside the temple, but the Kavutvams especially had that unique quality. They used to say that you should not even perform it in the modern proscenium theater, which we are not able to listen to because we have started making it a part of our mainstream performance. But Navasandhi's Kautumas were a special feature of especially the Brahadishwara temple, the big temple. And in that, Varuna is the Lord who is the presiding deity of the western direction. Makara is the Vahana of Ganga as well as Varuna. There is no direct correlation or relation, as sometimes people write, between Ganga and Varuna. We should not confuse these two deities. Varuna is the son of sage Kashyapa. He is among the 12 gods regarded as the Adityas. He is always connected with Mitra, and Adityas are the ones who came from Aditi, Kashypa's wife, who was the mother of the gods, Aditi. And Varuna is the father of Vashishtamuni. Also, some places they say is also the father of Vishwamitra. He controls clouds, rains, rivers, seas, oceans, and protects us from thunder and lightning. He is definitely the sustainer of life by delivering rain and crops, activating the Vayu, and connected to the night and also the moon. We know the moon and the tides, how they are connected. So the salutations to Lord Varuna. I've also added another very famous where Toyam is mentioned. Akashat patitam Toyam yathagachati sagaram sarvadeva namaskaraha keshavam pratigachati. Again showing Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, that we are all one family. All the waters have to join finally the big ocean. Similarly, all prayers are reaching the same one consciousness, the one Lord of all of us. So with 1,000 eyes like Indradeva, Varuna supervises the world as also Rita Deva. That is, he's a lot of moral law. He is worshipped across the globe in different religions and with different names. We have a famous episode in Ramayana. I used to perform Sharanam Sharanam Raghu Ramani. He pleads forgiveness to Lord Rama because Lord Rama is about to ask him way to cross the ocean, but he is turning a deaf ear for some time. And that's when he's about to take his Brahmastra, and Varuna appears and says, I'm going to pave way. So this importance of Varuna is there in our epic as well, and he's a part of our Gayatri Japa, who will bless us with health and longevity. My final last slide before I show you the video is again with Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. A lot to do with what my hosts are talking today about is we have a lot to learn from the voiceless creatures, how they don't fight, they don't bump on each other, but they share. Water has to be shared, and during our summer, they say Jala Seva is the best, the highest dana, which is what we should try and do. And the present month of Savan and Bhadrapad, offering water to Shivalinga also will benefit the earth. And during Pradosha time, offering milk or at least water to the Shivalingam and dancing at that holy moment is so very fruitful. So the science says, the general material science says, I will believe only if I see. But we say that when we believe, we will see the results. So as a metaphysical insight underlined leads to understanding the science in the spiritual. Thank you very much. So now